Hello, Eternal. Let me see if I can find. How are you doing, Eternal? Are you doing great? Let me put the first one. Is this here? Let me. Okay. Welcome to the weekly Tedtalk thingy of mental health that we do every week. As always, I just wake up. Thank you for the headpad. Thank you. I don't know why the headpads always get fuck up. I'm not sure why. I'm closing what I am supposed to be using here. I'm still so happy. Ay. Ay. Hope everybody's having a great day today. It's the end of the week, so not this one. Okay. Nice. I wanted to do things this week, but really, I was tired all week, so in the end I just did irreal things. I have to do 2 jobs. I'm looking for the third one. Artie! Artie, let me tell you, I just realized that I wasn't following you. I thought I was following you. I see you everywhere and we have talking. We talked. I thought that I was following you. I even say happy birthday and then I was like, wait a minute. Thank you for the headband. I hope that you are having a great day, Artie. Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Shimeno, welcome. Kimi, welcome. Well, as every Sunday, I do the mental health talk, so I'm getting there. Let's go, Artie! Have fun celebrating it! Yay! ¡Feliz cumpleaños! Have a great day! Yay! I make myself a coffee because I just wake up like 20 minutes ago. And my brain needs that boost right now. And I'm putting the music a little bit down because this is so... Hope that you're doing well. I'm doing well! Hope you have a great destination to hoop in more in the future. Thank you, Artie! Same! Now that we properly follow each other. Let's go! Whee! So happy. Yeah, it's Artie's birthday! Happy birthday! How are you doing, Kimmy? Hi. I'm still waking up, so you guys have to bear with me. Okay, I'm moving you here, maybe? No, here. Yeah, there is a good place. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about self-esteem, the ego, and all the things that comes with the perception of ourselves and how that can also affect the outside. Jackie! Welcome, Jackie! How are you doing? Yay! Welcome! Headband. So yeah, today is going to be more of a self reflection, trying to understand how the vision that we have of ourselves and the environment will also affect how we treat others and also how we treat ourselves. Well, I'm big. Let me put myself smally.
Cuando te haces de Lowy por 20
¡No!
y tienes fibra con 300 megas y 25 gigas en el móvil con 5G,
I
te
hate
olvidas
it.
de los...
Sardar. Why do you have publi? You are not supposed to have publi. I'm going to change you. You never have done this to me. Do you like this model? Wait, I have things. Which one was this? This? No. What is it? No. I forgot which. Hey, this one. And also I see. And I also can be mad. Yeah, kitty, yeah, see. And I can like I like this face so much because it's so naughty. It's like you are going to steal something. Hi, Rangi. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, like I was saying today, it's more of a reflection about the ego, about the self. So, let's start with the self esteem. That it's how we perceive ourselves, and I think this is really important because the self esteem is really in danger with all the social media and all the connections that we do in an environment that we are not protected properly. And it's really important to maintain a good self-esteem, because even though it's not a mental health in self, it's really go by hand. So with all the media that overwhelm us, with all the how you have to be outside, how you have to look, how you have to wear things, how you have to be a certain way, don't stand up too much, or even people being mean and everything. It's something that is in danger, and it's really, really important, because when you have a good opinion of yourself, you can do more things. And as I want to point it out in the PowerPoint, and I try to look, the mind cannot exist without the body, and the body cannot exist without the mind. You cannot function without a proper mental health and self-esteem. It has to have a balance, because we have to get the balance between thinking that you are better than anyone and just having a good opinion on yourself. There is a difference, and we are going to see it in the next ones, that it doesn't go by hand. And the ego is not necessarily bad. Ego is the word that it's used to address the self, the conscience in the mind. It's called ego. And you just have to have a good vision of yourself to be able to achieve things better, to have a balance. I love this model a lot. Let's sit. Yeah, right, you can sit on everything. I really like it. I love the model that Manaru did. It's so pretty, and it fits my vibe so much, and I really like it. It's so good. So yeah, the self-esteem is really important, because it's not only affect ourselves, because we talk, the voices in our head not only talk to ourselves, but it's also how we treat others. Orestes, welcome to my Tedtalk. Hope that you are having a great day. Epa, thank you. Thank you. Oh, Doodle. What kind of coffee do you have? A fake one. A fake one. It's this that is the powder. Is this that is the powder? I don't like coffee, but the matcha that I had, the matcha that I have was not good. Yesterday I tried because the matcha that I usually use ran out, so I had another one that my parents gave me, and it was one that it was expired. And they were like, you try it, if it's good, it's good, if not, you give it us back. The first thing fair. The color of the matcha was off. I was like, maybe it's a different matcha, it's okay, it's supposed to be a leaf in powder, it's okay. So then I put it on water and I did the mixing, and instead of becoming a good mixing with a little bit of foam on top, it's become a mud. And I was like, I'm not eating this. So I changed it to my former beverage before the matcha, that it was the coffee. It's tasty, yeah, it is. I like it. It doesn't taste too much of coffee, so it's not that bad. Sorry. Thank you. So yeah, the self-esteem is really important, and we are going to be talking a lot about how we perceive ourselves, because it's really important. Let me change back to my position. Headbuds. I think it got kind of there. So like I was saying, in this society 2024, it's really so easy to get overwhelmed by all the decisions that you have to do, all the things that you have to focus, the responsibility, the high expectations that the society put in people. I was having a conversation yesterday on a friend stream that it was about how it's expected from us to do so many things that before it was much more time to do. Like we were talking, and how a couple of years ago, like 20, maybe 30 years ago, grieving was something that you respected more than now. Now you lose somebody and you are expected to be perfectly fine in 1 day, 2 days. So you lose somebody that has been with you for half your life, and you're supposed to be the next day or the day after that working like nothing happened. And you go through a bad situation, like for example, I got a surgery, and the surgery that I had usually is you heal in about 6 months, 6 to 7 months after because it's you get so many things open that to heal it has to be a really big thing. So I was expected to get back to work 1 month after the moment I was able to be walking, because I stayed 1 month on bed, and I was expected to go to the job the moment I was able to stand up. Sir Pooch, thank you! And that's crazy, because how do you expect people to fully function when society asks them the impossible? Because it's impossible. I went there, I worked it was really difficult. I even have to take some days off because I wasn't totally healed. So sometimes I felt awful. I wake up and I had pain. I couldn't go and everything, but I still was expected to go. And that happened with a lot of things. You are expected to go even though you are sick, you are feeling awful because some kind of disaster happened. Okay, thank you so much, Sir Pooch. You are so sweet always. Thank you so much. And Eternal, thank you for the headband. So it's really, we are asked the impossible, and we still, when we are asked the impossible, we are still here. That's important for you guys to know that we are still here and we are being asked every day the impossible. And we manage to go through all of that. So be proud of yourselves. And even so, there is so many people there willing to put you down. You still wake up every day and go to face all of that trouble. That's why it's so understandable that you get overwhelmed from time to time. For example, I've been having this, because I'm an emotional person and also I have mental health issues, chronic ones. I face some kind of troubles. And for example, when I have a boost of hormones, or there is a moon cycle and the sun cycle, two different people. The sun cycle, it's a daily cycle of hormones, and the moon cycle is the monthly cycle of hormones. But anyway, in both ones, you have a change of hormone, depends of the period of time, daily or monthly. So that also affects your mood, and it also affects your brain, because in the end it's hormones going to your brain. So it doesn't matter if you are a sun cycle or a moon cycle, you will have change of mood or can be affected by this. And all of this is also against you, because sometimes you don't control this. And it's really difficult to go through that without feeling different. So we are having all of these struggles, and we are still supposed to keep facing these challenges, making everything by the book and meeting the expectations that the society give us. And we still keep meeting them. Even so, probably not as good as some of you want, but you are being asked the impossible, guys. And you still manage to do it, to kind of achieve it. And that's why you should have self-compassion about yourself. Like, yeah, I was kind of saying that, for example, this week it was really difficult for me to manage to do streams, even so I really wanted to, because I really want to play a couple of games on a stream, but I was doing 2 jobs. I'm looking for a third one, and I was so tired. Even yesterday I slept 2 times during the day, and I still have to do the thesis, so I spend a lot of time looking at the document word. And you know, also it's not like a job, but socializing is still a task that takes time. And it's really important to know that there is so many things that we can do on a day, and we still manage to do most of it. Thank you, Sir Pooch. So for example, tomorrow I'm going to the workshop in the morning, and not I don't know what I'm going to do in the evening, so probably the other workshop. But we are supposed to do all of this and not complain? And it's not a competition. All the challenges that you are going through doesn't invalidate the challenge of another person, and doesn't make them smaller, or the other person getting better things doesn't make yours smaller. It's a different path. You cannot compare to another person. You just can compare to yourself in the past. That it's the best way to face the self-esteem and the ego is to see if you manage to go through the challenges that were in your past. Bonjour, Avato, bonjour. Ça va? And it's okay to do small steps, and also it's okay to ask for help. It doesn't make your accomplishments, your achievements, less important, because humans are not lone creatures. We are community creatures. We are supposed to work together and to be on groups and to lift others with us. That's how we are. The same that there is like animals that go alone, or they go in packs. Humans go in groups. So asking for help is not something that will make it less of an achievement or make you less capable. Because I will repeat this all the time, we are being asked the impossible, guys. we are being asked the impossible every day. And my generation, for example, knows a time that wasn't like this, but the new generations, like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, got born in this world that is asking for the impossible the day you arrive. When I was small, there was so many things I could do, and I knew that I could do in the future, but when I got older, some of them dissipated. Some of the goals and challenges that were my eye itchy, that were one way or another, they changed and they become impossible to get and to achieve. It's like right now we are all in the Hunger Games when it's not supposed to be like that, and that creates a lot of competence and a lot of individualism that can be damaging, because you become to not trust others and getting overwhelmed by everything because you are facing this challenge alone. Nobody helps, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So let's help each other to achieve the world. And I posted this one because I felt it was really important to remember that each of us freedom ends where the freedom of others begin. And it's something that you have to be aware of. You can do whatever you want, but in the moment you are stepping on the freedom of another person, yours ends. It's the moment that you no longer are taking part of freedom, but you are imposing whatever you are doing. And you have to differentiate between stepping on the likes of others, because everybody can have different opinions. I'm talking about the freedom. So you can do whatever you want, but in the moment that you are imposing something to others, that moment it's no longer your freedom, it's you using your power. And that's not how it's supposed to be. You cannot be, oh, I'm free of doing whatever I want. Yeah, sure. But the moment that you are stepping in others people's freedom, you are no longer using your freedom, you are using your power of domination. And we can do whatever we want, but if we hurt others or step on other people's freedom, that's no longer, we have no longer the what is the word? It's not that we are not allowed, it's more like that we don't have that. Like, my eye keep itching and I cannot think. Maybe I should start changing the time of the stream to 11 instead of 10, because I'm so tired. But yeah, this is really important because some people doesn't understand and they are like, oh, but I'm free to do whatever. Yeah, But at this point you are hurting others, and that's no longer freedom. And this happens a lot nowadays. A lot of people mistake molding the world like you want and making other people to do what you want them to do for freedom. And it's not the same. You cannot impose, because with that you are restricting the freedom of others. And you are free to think whatever you want, you are free to live the way that you want, but you are not, quote unquote, free to make others live the way you want, because you are stepping on their freedom. And this is important too, not only for you as where your freedom ends, but when the freedom of other people ends. If people is trying to impose things on you, when I say impose, I don't say that they want to do something by themselves and you feel like you don't like what they are doing. No. If what they are doing is trying to impose ideas and actions on you and you don't want it, they are removing your freedom, and you should not allow that. You should know where the boundaries are. That's why it's also important. Self-care. This is a really tricky term because self-care is not the same for everybody. For example, and it's doesn't work the same for everybody. Self-care is not only physical or mentally, it's also emotional, spiritual. It's all the things that compose the well-being of your persona, of your ego, of your soul and body. And why is this important for the mental health? Self-care routine are important for everybody, even if you don't have any illness or any mental problem, or you are not facing any problems. You still need a self-care routine, because you should take care not only of your body but of your soul. It's really important. But when you have an illness, physical, emotional, mental, whatever, it's essential to do a self-care. And why this is a tricky term? It's because it doesn't mean the same for everybody. Self-care can be not doing anything that day and just looking at the TV. It can be going outside, and it can be eating an ice cream with your parents or with your best friend. It can be doing the laundry. It can be whatever. It's going to help your self, quote unquote self, your ego, to heal, to feel better. But it's also, there is some basics that it's something that it's also self-care, and it's something that we advocate here, that it's boundaries, really important, guys. Boundaries. Saying no when you don't want to do something, really important too. I mean, if you don't take care of yourself and you don't set the boundaries that are supposed to be there, you know, you will be stepped in, and it will be partially your fault for not stepping for yourself. Valuing ourselves is really important, and that means setting boundaries, saying no. And guys, all of this time that you spend doing something, even if you fail, all the time and energy means something. It's important. And there is sometimes that we give up our time and energy to help others because we like them, or because we are friends, or we love them. But you have to value it, because sometimes people will take it for granted. You cannot, as a person, me as a person, that I give a lot because I'm a giver. I don't do it because of I want recognition or whatever. I'm a person that I really like giving, but I have to take a step back. And if the person that I'm giving doesn't value it properly, I have to value it myself and see if it's worth to spend my energy and time in somebody that it's not going to value what I'm doing. Because in the end, people will get used to be pampered, but will not value it, because they, how do you say in English? You take it for granted. And you should be aware that being pampered is what all of us want to have. But you cannot expect it for free, in the sense that, yeah, I'm giving it to you because I like you and because we are friends, but you cannot keep asking for something that is given for free. You cannot be pulling from the thread to get more and more, because it doesn't work like that. A helping hand stop being a helping hand when you impose that they have to help you, that they have to do things for you. It's stop being given to be obligated to, and there is a difference. And that's why you should step up for yourself, because sometimes people will, we have this says in Spanish that it's, if you give them the hand, they are going to get your full arm. You give them then the hand to help, but they end up not only wanting the hand, but the full arm, and sometimes even the body. So be aware, and also, if you are in the both ends, be aware that one thing doesn't come without work, because friendships is mutual connection. It's not one way. You cannot go and ask the other person for things or to give you things when you are not giving anything, because even though one of the persons are giving it for free, for sure, because in a friendship you give it to your friend because you like them, you love them, you appreciate them, but you cannot ask them for it, and you also cannot expect it or come to them just when you need something. it's really important to work the friendships. And why I'm saying this? Because the next one, not the next one, it's the next of the next one, so I'm going to keep it here. Because that's the boundaries also. We can be good people, but we should... no, I knew why I was saying this. Your freedom ends with the freedom of others begin. So one thing is, imagine every people has like a farm. Everybody has a farm. And I can share my crops with you because you have strawberries and I have carrots. And I am like, I will give you a couple of carrots if you give me a couple of strawberries. But the moment that the other person comes to you and say, where are my carrots? I've been waiting for your carrots the past 5 months. And you're like, but you didn't give me strawberries. What do you mean? No strawberries, no carrots. And that's not being selfish. It's common sense, because you don't have infinite carrots. And you work every day to have these crops done and being good, clean, and growing so big, so good. To go out there and giving it to anyone that asks. And let me tell you, sometimes you give them for free. You are like, oh, I think that you need the carrots, don't give me anything back. But that's something that it has to come from your decision, not imposed by another person. And this work with everything. So, and also let me tell you guys, because it's something that I've been thinking about in the past few weeks, when I was talking about the narcissistic and everything. Kitsunoin! Welcome. I'm really tired this week. I wanted to stream, but I wasn't able to because I was so tired. And you, how are you doing? But yeah, what I was been thinking these past weeks about is that I wanted to address that a narcissistic or a person that has the ego really big, or they are not seeing that they are wrong, will look at any of these panels talking about how you should value yourself more, or how you should be taken more in, like, value yourself. No, why are you putting there? No, I hate you. All of that. And they will think, oh, that's me. I'm not being valued. I'm not being whatever. They will think that they are the victim. So you have to be aware of that, because sometimes the problem of these kind of traits, I say traits in general, not only personality disorders, because I mean all the traits, because there is egoistic people, selfish people, all of these traits, they will look at it and they will feel that they are not being valued enough, and it could help their narrative. So be aware that not everybody that feel reflected in these words are actually going through it, because sometimes it's just their anger they hunger for getting more attention, getting more recognition, what they think that they deserve, and they are not getting. Sorry I'm late, I was rotting in bed. It's been fine, I'm glad to hear that. Let's go, Kitsunoe, yeah. It's okay. It's Sunday. I was thinking, at the beginning of the stream, I was thinking, when I'm saying, that maybe I should make it 1 hour later. But I put it at 10 because I thought that more people could get to it. So even so, it's really early, and I was also I wake up like 10 minutes before the stream. I was dying at the beginning. I have a coffee in front of me. But well, it's good because I wake up early, I do my things, and I still commit to something, so I think that I will not change it. No. Of course, I committed to this, so I want to do it every week. And why all of this self-esteem and self-care is important? Because, and this is also why I was saying that narcissistic people and people that crave for attention will look at this and will say, oh, this is me. It's because I was going to talk about the imposter syndrome. And sometimes people that really believe that they need the attention, they need the fame and the popularity, and they are not getting it, they will look at this psychological experience and will say, oh, that's me. People is not giving me enough credit, or I'm not being I'm not praising myself enough because I feel like I'm a fake. There is people that will read to this, and you have to be aware of that. We read these panels and still think that it's about them when it's not. So be aware of that. It's important to know that that happens. You can look at people that are bullies, and they will be reading about this psychological experience, about manipulation, gaslighting, and feel like they are being the target of this kind of attacks, quote unquote. But we are going to talk this week about also the imposter syndrome, because it really goes by hand with the self-esteem and everything, and the interpretation of the ego. And it's something that really happened with social media, because nowadays we see everybody, like I was saying, in the Hunger Games, trying to compete to be somebody. And the competition is really tight because it's everybody trying to prove that they are special. There is nothing to prove, to be honest. But because society right now, it's like that, you feel like you need to prove it to the world. Hope you're having a good rest of your stream. I'm gonna go. Yeah, okay, Kitsunori, thank you so much for passing by. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Yay. So, this experience is, despite being a really successful person of achieving goals and making progress, you feel like you are not doing any of that. You feel like you are failing, you feel like, even so people are telling you that you are doing it, you feel like you are deceiving them. You feel like it's fake, that they are going to one day see you for what you truly are and see you as a fake, as an imposter. Usually people that have this, but this is why I wanted to do the note, because people will read this and they will be like, oh, that's me. And it's tricky. It's really ironic that most of the people that have this syndrome are highly accomplished individuals. They are people that are so preoccupied that they will not achieve the perfection that they are supposed to be doing. And because they see other individuals around in social media that they are more talented than them, or that they are doing much more better but not getting the same attention, and they believe that, oh my gosh, I'm a fraud. And this comes from a lot of self-doubt, and also maybe could be the environment that they had at some point. Maybe they were doubted a lot. But it's really important to not compare yourself to others, compare yourself to yourself. And to be sure that you understand that the world is not always about, I'm going to say that it's just my opinion, but I think that it's clearly, if you look at the world and you do a composition of it, you will understand that in 2024, the world no longer is about how hard worker you are. You could hard work all your life, but you don't have the resources, your environment doesn't let you don't have the connections, and with all of that you could not succeed, and you are in the wrong place, in the wrong moment. And with this, I don't believe in luck. I want to make that a statement. I don't believe in luck. I believe that your decisions, the decisions that you make, will lead you to one path or another. What I mean is, when you say, oh, this person has a lot of luck, they were, for example, I'm going to extrapolate it to VTubing or content creator community, because we are in that community right now, so you could like kind of understand. But when somebody gets rated by a big content creator, so they blow up or whatever, and you are like, oh, they were so lucky. It wasn't luck. That person worked really hard every day. And the thing is that because they were consistent and they decide to stream that day, the opportunity came. The purpose of the hard work is to open yourself doors. If you stay in your house and you do nothing, opportunities are rarely going to drop into your door. So what you do with hard work is to open as many doors as you can, but the other end is not always open. So if you get all the opportunities that you have, then if the other one alienate and they also decide to do something that day, you will have that opportunity. It's like when you decide to apply or not to apply to a job. If you decide to apply and the other person that is making the applications look at your thing and they are like, oh, this is good, you open it yourself a door. You could have decided to not apply. So it's your decisions what make your path the way it is. And like I was saying, sometimes it's being in the right place in the right moment, and it's not luck, it's making the right decisions that you don't know they are the right decisions. Because if you decide to, I don't know, to go buy food today instead of the metro, but in the metro you will have meet with somebody that you knew for a long time and they were going to give you a job opportunity, you missed it. And it wasn't luck, it was your decision to do one thing or another. It's like choosing paths in a game. You choose to do this instead of this, and then things happen. And there is people in different places that they were doing their own decisions. And it's really complicated. That's why it's really important to know that we are in 2024, because I really believe that before, if there was less competition, in the sense that right now I really feel like it's the Hunger Games and everybody's trying to get to the top. And before that, it wasn't as much as that. And it's really important to understand that you should totally work hard, but understand that the failure or other people's failure when you feel like they are talent is not because they didn't work as hard, or because you are an imposter, or you are like being deceiving everybody. No. It's because sometimes you don't have the resources. Sometimes it's even as simple as charisma or beauty privilege, and it's not something to hate. It's something to understand that we are humans and we really prefer people that is charismatic. They can be deceiving and they can be bad people, but charisma open a lot of doors. I really like psychology because it's really important to understand the world, to not be mad at the people, but understand the system, understand how everything works. I really encourage all of you to make research about how the world, the mind world, the psychology, the society work, because you will really understand much better that we are making the impossible every day. You are making the impossible every day, and that should have some recognition, at least from yourself. And it's true that this self-doubt, it's really dangerous because it can lead to other mental health, because if it's persist, you can end up having more kind of not dangerous, but more impacting mental situations that can lead to mental illness. So be aware of that. I think today it's not going to be as long as other days. Okay, so after all of this, I wanted to point out that true strength comes from lifting others, and what I mean with this. There is a lot of people that to put themselves up, they step on others, and to be honest, that came from a really lack of true confidence and a really insecure people that to make themselves look good they have to put other down, and that says a lot. If you have to put others down to make you look good, you are not that great. You are not that great, and it's a tool that a lot of people use. Probably narcissistic, selfish, egocentric people. They do this to elevate themselves. But if you elevate yourself at the expenses of others, you are not that great, because you have to put the bare minimum down for you to be something that speaks for itself. And people that it's truly confident and truly successful, they don't need to put other downs to feel good, because in the end it's the feeling good what it's important for the self. So some people, for that good feeling, for that validation, they seek the attention of others by elevating themselves and putting others down. And this, you can see this a lot in content creation. And I say content creation because it's the field that usually record and upload their interactions and everything. They a lot of time they badmouth others, or they talk badly about others, they slander others, because they need that to put themselves up. So for the sake of being seen as better, they have to make others look bad. Then that says a lot about themselves. And you have to understand that helping others rise with you can contribute a lot to the collective success. So if you help others to go with you, or you are a successful person and you help others to rise, that's the true strength, being able to make others success. It's also more meaningful for yourself and more rewarding. Like, you are accomplishing more because you not only are able to achieve things, but you are also able to help others. And that's something that humans has. Humans, the nature of humans, crave for helping. Humans are good. Sometimes jealousy and selfishness put in the middle, but that's because you have to. The decision, everybody's jealous at some point. everybody's selfish at some point, but it's the decision of what you do with that feelings, what defines you. And it's really important that not to belittle others just for the sake of looking good, because in long term, if you have to do that, you will in the end look badly. You will not look as great as you believe, because people will start to wonder, why do you have to badmouth others? Why do you have to make yourself a victim to look good, just to look good, to look believable? So really have that in mind and really try to spot that in other people, because what is important is to have a community that race together, not that you step on others to get to the top. The change of music, it's really good. Next week probably I will be having a... Hey Meg, thank you so much. Thank you, Meg. Hope that you're having a great day. So next week I will probably have a guest on the Tedtalk to do less of a monologue and more of a two sizes or two individuals having a conversation about mental health and all the topics that we have. Probably we will choose one topic from the week or talk about, well, rambling about different topics that already has been touched. Just to be able to enlighten a little bit more of knowledge and more of points of view, because that's really important to have different points of view. And because in the end you cannot be not biased about some topics, because of course you cannot separate yourself from the opinion completely. I mean, I try to be as objective as I can, but being objective is really difficult in any way, because in the end I'm a person and I end up having my own opinions about things and about different topics, and also my goals, because I really want to make a better place and I really want people to be better. So that's something that it shows from time to time, that I'm really eager to teach that you should improve yourself. So I really get biased with topics with people are not being good, or people are trying to put others down. And even so, I really empathize with the people that have low self-esteem and need the validation of others. I really believe that that's not an excuse. As I have said before, your feelings are valid, your actions are not. So And because of that, I really want to bring some guests. Probably will be my friend Eb, that we usually have good conversations, and we are from different places and different backgrounds. Mostly we kind of have the same vision, but usually we have different points, so it could be really interesting. I will be thinking about it the full week. I really hope that I can play this week, because I really want to play the depersonalization game, and it's really something. And I really don't want to just play on Sundays, because I really want to keep the Sundays as the day for the mental health talk. So after all of this information, you have time to do your resources, to think about it, to sink in. And I don't want to play on Sundays for that. I want it a reflection day, to be able to think about it and not have like other things. And even if it's a short stream or a long stream, I really will leave Sundays just for that. And if I do a game, it will not be in the same stream, so I will like stop it and then come back hours later to do another thing, because I really believe that it's important to separate one thing to another, to make it as important as it. So yeah, and I think that was the last one, right? Yeah. Wait, I don't actually have a topic for the next week, but I will do a potpourri of different topics that I would like to touch in the weekend with the guests. Maybe I have one or two guests, depending of the availability, how available are they, and if I can get two person, much better, because that way more points of view, and that's the whole point. And yeah, remember guys, you can achieve things without putting other downs, and you should really value your time, your energy. Even failures are something to value, because you can learn much more from a failure than from a success. So if you fail to do something, you learn so many things, so many. And that's really important, because in the end it's how you improve yourself. If you don't think that you have anything to improve, then you are not going to improve. You are going to stay the same. That's why there is some disorders that are really dangerous, because they don't think that they did something wrong, and they don't think that they have to be cured or they have to solve something. There's nothing to do. They are doing the right thing. So please always try to improve yourself. Perfection doesn't exist. There's always room to improve. And remember that you are doing the impossible every day. And I will be ending for today, I think. It was a short one, but truly there is not much to say. Probably next week is going to be a long one because I will have different points of view to talk about, and it's going to be less of a monologue and more of a conversation, you see. So let me see if I can. Akax, you came when I'm leaving, but it's okay. Yeah, because I finished it. I was talking today about the self-esteem and everything. It was a short one, but it was a good one. Let me support a VTuber that is doing a summer subathon. I think it's the first one that they are doing. Hey, thank you for the headbands. So I really promise that I'm going to try to do a stream this week because I really want to try the games. So I will be doing things, I promise. Have a great day, guys, and see you. No, okay. I'm going to wait for the back to end. I hate ads. But yeah, I'm going to play the personalization game and a couple of more games. Maybe I play tonight. I try to. Because I don't know how I'm going to be through the week. Because maybe I work double time on Tuesday. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be feeling good or not or whatever. So I will do my best, but I'm not sure. I have to take a look. But yeah. And thank you so much. Every time I will say thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for taking your time every Sunday to be here. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. It helps you. And really just keep coming because it's a really important project, and I'm really grateful that you guys listen to me for whatever time it is every Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.